What's going on? We're back with another video. Last time we took apart most of it. We took off the harness. Okay, so the main task today is to clean the SSV valve. Yeah, the SSV valve. It basically controls the low and high speed of the intake, so you have good bottom end power and also top end power, which is very low. So you gotta be as efficient as possible. But that's the plan here. So, anything you want to add?
Yeah. So basically, what we're gonna do, we already removed the intake plenum in the last video. Today, we're gonna remove the lower intake manifold. There's two butterflies that we're gonna remove as well that are inside here. I'll link a video below of rad potential doing that video, explaining on how to remove them and lubricate them, etc. We're gonna be doing that on our workbench. But mainly we're gonna do that and then remove the SSV valve. Whenever you get a code on these, which is very common about the SSV, you have to remove your manifold and then you have to basically clean it out or replace it, etc. In order to replace that, in order to do that, you basically got to remove the engine. Now that you have the engine out, it's the perfect time to do it. There's no reason why we wouldn't have done that. We're replacing the intake manifold gasket and everything else.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do all of that. We have an ultrasonic cleaner on the bench. We're gonna clean all of that there with some brushes and some more solvents and everything else that we have. We're gonna do the water pump and we're gonna do the thermostat and gasket. We have those new as well. And then if we got some time, we're gonna go ahead and remove the flywheel. And then we're gonna go ahead and do the pressure plate, clutch kit, pilot bearing and seal and all that stuff. So we're gonna get working on this. And just stay tuned, and if you guys have any questions, just go ahead and comment down below, and that way we know what to do and what to explain. There's a lot of things that we're probably missing, but just comment down below and everything else. So aside of that, we're gonna do our lightweight pulley install and then kind of just start tackling it away from there.
Yeah, and if you have any questions on a comment, leave it on the actual comment on the video, not on the live chat if we premiere it, because as soon as the video is done premiering, the live chat goes away. And
yeah.
At least I don't know how to go back at it and see it, so just put it on the actual comment and we'll Google it and let you know what it says.
Yeah, so in our last video that we did, like I say, we removed the plenum and we removed like the rat's nest harness and fuel lines and everything. One person in the premiere he was right. He definitely was 100% correct when he stated clean doesn't matter, and that's always true. But I'm not sure if he just seen the previous video when we explained the compression numbers. So right down here we have the compression numbers of the engine whenever we did buy it. I tested it out. I did the compression test with the rotary compression tester that I have here as well, that I'll show you guys in another video, or I can show it if I have time today as well. So that's basically what we're going to be doing today. And then, like I said, just, stay tuned, and if you guys got questions, just hit us up and let us know. All right, guys, so what you guys are going to want to do once you remove your intake manifold, these are the two little turbo thrusters, we'll call them, that we're gonna be cleaning out. So you can see they're extremely dirty, full of carbon buildup. And then also we're gonna be removing the SSV valve, and then we're gonna be cleaning that as well. The SSV valve is over here on the right side of the intake manifold. There's two different variations of those. I'll explain to it on the workbench which one's which. I'll see if I can pop up another video in the description explaining the two differences between the SSV valves. There's a little bit of a difference between them.
It's just air control.
Yeah, it's just basically the air control and stuff like that. Honestly, I'm still not even sure what this does here. I gotta look into it. I have no idea. One side's clean, one side's dirty. Yeah, I mean, we just gotta start cleaning this thing up. So we'll see you guys at the workbench and then start brushing this down.
So this has a bolt-on gasket, believe it or not. This thing weighs, what you say it weighs? Like 5 pounds?
I feel like it weighs 5 pounds.
This is kind of weird. For something that has so low power, having a bolt-on gasket is kind of funny.
On your oil metering pump, if you're running your factory oil metering pump, of course you don't want to be running full synthetic oil. as everybody knows.
Because it burns it.
Yeah, well, yeah, because it's naturally, the engine is designed to burn oil to lubricate the apex seals, and synthetic oil doesn't burn. Obviously, it's designed to withstand higher, you know, heat temperatures and boiling points, etc. So that's when you have, you know, of course you bypass that by doing an oil metering pump adapter, a solenoid adapter, or the clean oil filtering system from Rand Rotary Performance. That's what I'm running on my vehicle. So now I'm able to run a separate reservoir that runs 2-stroke oil or premix, whatever you want to use.
Yeah.
That way you can safely do that.
Because at that point it doesn't burn the oil from the motor. You're running a 2-stroke oil on a different reservoir.
Yeah.
So you burn the 2-stroke oil, which is intended to be burnt.
Yeah. So that's a whole nother video. We're just going to continue to talk about what we're cleaning here. And there's a million videos about oil metering pumps and solenoid adapters and what premix to use and everything else. So yeah, we're just going to be doing that. This is the new intake manifold gasket here. It's a brand new one. We're going to be running this one here. So that's what we got. And then on my left hand side, we got an ultrasonic cleaner. We're going to be dipping these parts in, cleaning them as much as we can.
So I'm not sure how good you can see, but it has a little arm. Let me see that one. These go in here and they just sit there and they rotate. They're basically, they have an actuator to rotate them for the high and low speed, and they're being held, they just sit there, but they're being held by a little 7mm screw. So you just take them out and they just come right out. But
No.
you lost the other one?
No.
But if you see all this
carbon buildup. Focus.
Look, makeup tutorial here. So as you can see, oh, that actually works.
Yeah.
Hey, these girls might be onto something. But you can see all the corrosion and stuff, and if they get so gunked up, look at all this. What's it called?
Carbon buildup.
Carbon buildup. It feels like sandpaper almost. So it gets to the point where they'll stop rotating. Look at how dirty this is, and this is where this rides. So they get so gunked up, they stop rotating, and then they'll throw the, what is it, SSV code?
Sometimes it can, but this is mainly more for the throttle body, low and high end torque.
Yeah.
The SSV code is going to be for the SSV valve, but you can just see how bad the carbon buildup is on this thing. Like you're pulling out chunks, and this is why you want to do this when you're swapping a motor out. I mean, imagine the people that just swap out the motor and aren't even taking care of this.
Which is probably what happened to this one.
Yeah.
Because obviously the motor looks like it got replaced.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So the motor, that's what we're kind of suspecting, is that the motor seems like it definitely got replaced, but they probably just removed the manifold and reinstalled the manifold. But you can see this thing, like chunks are coming out.
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna do. That's our job, to basically go in there and put these in the ultrasonic cleaner. It's heating up right now. We have some nice solvent in there, and we're gonna get these things as clean as possible.
Look at that. Look at that. Holy crap.
Can you show it? I have my orange gloves, so focus better. All right, guys. So this is gonna be your SSV valve. This is the famous SSV that everybody hates. As you can see on this one here, this is a variation, like the first generation, basically, that has all the crevices inside of here. The other generation, or variation, whatever you want to call it, doesn't have that. And it's not that the Series 2 RX-7 or the other series have it and this one doesn't. It's more or less like when it was ever replaced, if the factory or dealership updated that. So
they make them smooth on the center?
They make it to where it fills in all the gaps to eliminate the potential buildup of carbon inside of all of this. This is for sure going to be one of those that is going to love the ultrasonic cleaner, because this thing is caked with oil, carbon buildup. Like you can just see it all around here. Like this thing is crazy. This is nasty. So yeah, I mean, this is what we're gonna be doing, and this is what you want to do to have a good running RX-8 preventative maintenance. You know, like look at all this. It's hard to see it, I know, but you know, it's just nasty. Yeah. So next thing you want to do whenever you put this in there, of course, we're not gonna be putting this in the ultrasonic cleaner with our diaphragm. We're gonna remove that. test it, and then we're gonna also just, you know, install the actual valve itself in there. We can just remove it with these screws if we want to, or we can just remove the diaphragm and do it like that. All right, folks, so you can definitely already see the ultrasonic cleaner get inside of there and remove all the carbon buildup. Like we haven't even scrubbed it, and you're already seeing the difference inside of that. Of course, you're still going to see a bunch of carbon inside of the channel here. That's where it mainly builds up anyways, and then of course down here. But we're going to just run it back again for another for about 5 more minutes, and then we're going to get a brass brush and some parts cleaner and degreaser and clean it all up. But you can definitely already see the difference on it. All that oil is getting removed, and it's just starting to just fall right off. So looking good. We just got to keep working on it. So you can see right here already it's wiping right off. So I definitely recommend getting an ultrasonic cleaner for anybody else. So this is the other one here. Again, it's also already going to be very, I wouldn't say very clean, but compared to how we started, it's already removing everything to where we can already see some of the metal there. It's already getting removed on the top as well, which is pretty bizarre if you think about how it is working, considering we're not even scrubbing yet. So once you start scrubbing and using a brass brush or something, or a nylon brush to start actually removing all of this stuff, that's when you're going to start seeing the big difference in all of this. So let's just go ahead and put it back in there and then go from there. At the same time, we'll just run the SSV in there as well.
There you go. See, it's looking much better already. So we're just gonna clean it up as much as we can, and to avoid any more problems.
So what we did is clean the SSV valve. As you guys can see, it's extremely clean here. Removed all that carbon deposit. This ultrasonic cleaner does wonders. We don't even gotta scrub it down really. I wish we had a better ultrasonic cleaner for this big old manifold. That would have been perfect. On the these little things here, I completely forget the name of them. But on these here, I polished them a little bit on the wheel. Didn't go crazy, but we just wanted to polish them so that way it eliminates the eliminates the carbon from wanting to stick to them. We didn't get all crazy on it. We gotta just wipe that down. That's all just some of the polishing compounds, but it's honestly all clean inside. We're gonna go ahead and wipe that down a little bit better. But that's how you put those on, or that's how you clean those up. This one here on the top, we didn't even scrub that at all. We just dumped it in the ultrasonic cleaner, and that's pretty much it. Like this thing it wasn't even dirty. It wasn't even really dirty though. What we use for the ultrasonic cleaner, we're just using one of these regular Harbor Freight ones, but the biggest thing is whatever concoction you want to use inside of there. We use a brand, it's locally here where we're at in California. It's actually an auto detailing product. It's freaking hilarious, but it's non-acid degreaser or wheel cleaner. It's basically any kind of degreaser. We use it for that. It's worked really good. I do highly recommend it. The brand is called Professional Products. I'll link their Instagram down below, and let you guys know if you guys are local to them. They do deliver to the Modesto, Ceres, Turlock, Stockton area, and they probably go other places as well. So that's for that. That's it for that guy. But in this little concoction, this is obviously a fresh batch. It's not dirty. It's not gonna stay that clean, of course. So this is the manifold, guys. This is gonna be Ivan completely cleaning it out. As you can see inside of that little guy right there, it's completely clean. We did our best to get inside through all the runners.
You can't get everything.
You're not gonna get everything unless you have a hot tank. Then yes, but
yeah, that would be nice.
That'd be perfect. Maybe if you guys continue to subscribe and like our videos, we can afford one of those and make this process.
Or somebody
so
that sells one wants to help us out.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much it for that. And then now we're gonna just get to reinstalling everything, reinstalling those valves onto the gears and the little rod there, and then reinstalling the SSV and everything else, and then just going back on the motor and installing all of these guys right here. So, all right, guys, stay tuned.
Okay, that's gonna be it for today. We got all the stuff cleaned up and everything, and Joseph wants me to say that I'm being a little B because I don't want to stay and finish it, but it's already 8 at night. So
6:30, dog.
It's 6:30. It's 8 at night.
7:30.
7:30. It's gonna be 8 by the time we leave. So it took all day to get all this stuff clean, but I mean, look at this. Look at this. It's freaking clean. Like, it's very, very clean. And we don't have lithium grease. I left it at home. I forgot. So
You did it on purpose.
yeah. I mean, everything came out great. All the bolts are great. We gotta take those out, let them dry. But everything's good to go, man. So we're gonna have to. Oh,
So this is how good the ultrasonic cleaner comes out. Like, these bolts were all dirty and all corroded. As you guys can see, they come out sparkling clean, man. Like, these things are.
We didn't even scrub them. We just put them in.
I literally just pulled them out, like just literally right now. Look how good that is. It's nuts. Are you nuts? This is crazy. Like, these things are brand new. Like, it's crazy, which is good. You know, you want that. We're gonna put this all back together, reassemble everything, and you know, I'm excited.
I mean, we're trying to leave it clean, so it's awesome. It's gonna be good. But that's gonna be it for today, and we don't know if we're gonna make another video next week because it's 4th of July, but maybe we will. If you see us, then we did. But that's gonna be it for today. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for the support, and we'll see you in the next one.